Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome for this episode of The Voice of Healing. Today the subject is dimensions and what are their use, because I use dimensions to actually heal people. I go to the 11th dimension to help heal people. So that is my subject for today. I am Lydia Fougères. I am a Reverend. I am a Reverend in metaphysics and a well-known author of my 2 volumes of 111 Reflections for Thy Earth Odyssey, available on Amazon. This is my website also. And I am a spiritual teacher who works on personal transformation, introspection, mindfulness, and compassionate self-discovery. I invite my readers to engage in life through curiosity, clarity, and sense of sacred connection through my programs. You can connect with me to register to my groups by go into the exciting journey by calling me at 1-514-582-6882 or to write at greatdivinemother@gmail.com. You can actually write to me also on my Instagram account. So I am the inventor of the miracle mist, which is a spray that purifies the spaces to elevate vibrations. The same principle as purification, incense blends, but without the scent, actually. So it's created to cleanse spaces. So all you have to do is carry your bottle and you do not disturb anyone with your sage, because sage, we know, has a strong, very strong scent. So people will think that you are smoking a substance. You are better off with the miracle mist. It also gets rid of ghosts and elevates your vibration and helps you meditate. I am also ambassador and country manager for Canada and French countries for USA Global TV and Radio. I am one of the lucky ones that works with Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, our founder and producer. So if you want the exciting experience of having your own TV show or want to be a guest on one of our shows, please contact me at the numbers that you will see below. We are viewed on USA Global TV and Radio by over 108,000 followers, and we have over 12,000 videos on different subjects on YouTube. Please subscribe. We also have Dr. JACALYN KERBECK's her channel that has 37,900 subscribers also. We can be watched on LinkedIn, X, Facebook, and Instagram. This show is hosted by myself every second week in French also. So welcome to my world. So this is the world of dimensions. And today I have a special surprise. I will show you what I see when actually I am in the 11th dimension, when I actually see, because I was able to take a picture of the light, the divine light, when I was actually performing a healing. So I was the lucky one that actually was to. I took that picture myself. I took it in 2013. I actually had a logo installed on it for copyright reasons. But this was when there was a healing that occurred. There was a person that had a brain tumor, and I was actually in connection with the divine light and thanking because I had asked and now was thanking for the miracle that had happened. So when I connect with the divine source, I always connect through that light, through that channel. I am not a person that actually talks about the Bible that much, even if I am a reverend, because I'm a metaphysical reverend. But when people describe the light in the Bible, actually, it is the way it is. It described this light that actually you cannot see anything else when you are looking at that wonderful blaze of light and love. You cannot see your surrounding because the light is so brilliant and you are in communication in another dimension, a dimension of love that cannot be described. You have to be there actually to understand how much love comes from that light. It is indescribable. And that is when actually I go to that dimension to ask for healings and miracles to happen. I am a medium and healer, but the thing is that I never promise for a miracle to anyone, but I do actually help people heal all over the world. So I do distance sessions. I really do them. And it is my pleasure to actually do the distance sessions. It is one of the things I love the most. I love helping. I am a person that is very loving and I care. I care for everyone that actually communicates with me. So that is it. I will explain the dimensions. They are easy to understand. I will do that the easy way because it is not complicated. I have a degree in metaphysics, but the thing is that you do not need super degrees. You actually only need to just listen a little bit and understand and have an open mind. That is all you need. The thing is that when you have clairaudience, clairvoyance, you have those things from when you were born. I was born that way. I was born seeing the light, but you can actually work your way up and learn to see the light through work. You can do it because we all have the capacity to work and see the light. We all have the potential to see the light. There is nothing special about me. The only thing is that I worked my entire life to do good. That is what I did. But the thing is that you are like me. We are all masters in becoming, just like I write in my books. My books are about being masters in becoming. My programs are about encouraging you to be masters in becoming because we are all masters in becoming. The thing is that the books are about reflections that help you understand life. It helps you gain some introspection and it helps you have a view on life that people actually do not think about. They just take it for granted. So what I do with those books, they are books that you journal. You journal with them, you can work with me with them. And the thing is that I am always there to answer if to an email, if someone has a question, if they want to develop an idea. So that is it. So we're going to plunge in the world of the dimensions, and I will explain for the easiest way. So the first dimension is just imagine a dot. A dot does not go anywhere. It just is there. Cannot go backward, forward. It cannot go upward or downward. So that is just a dot. So this is the first dimension. It is the most basic thing. A dot, first dimension. So it cannot be as easy as that. The second dimension is actually a straight line. So you have point A, and then you can go to point B. So if you're in the second dimension, you have point A, and then you can go to point B. So now you are in the second dimension, but you cannot do anything else. You can go from B to A and A to B. That is the only thing you can do. That's the farther you can go, actually, when you are into that dimension. Then we are in the third dimension. This is our world. We can see height, width, and length. So we can see in 3 dimensions. But do not forget that even if we are in a world of 3 dimensions, there are people that cannot see in 3 dimensions. They only have a 2-dimension view. So they can only see in 2 dimensions in a world of 3 dimensions. And I mentioned that because this is a thing that really happens, because I have a daughter that actually sees in 2 dimensions. And they do have a different way of living, but the thing is that they do not see what is when something is profound. They cannot see it. They cannot see something like, let us say that my daughter would want to take something here. She would want to grab an object between the two. Well, she would not be able, because the thing is that she does not understand the height between the both. So she does not see it. So that is the way she is. And that is the way many people are on Earth. And people do not realize that this is a condition. And she has improved, but it is a real condition. So you have now the 4th dimension. The 4th dimension has to do with time. So you have a person that is married, let us say, the 1st of June. Okay, 1st of June, that person has married the 1st of June. Well, then that person can also be a person that in their time zone, they can actually also be married in another dimension on the 29th of June, in another dimension, the 4th dimension. They can be in two time spaces. So that happens. But the thing is that they cannot be at the same place at the same time. They cannot meet. They cannot actually go from one wedding to the other wedding. They cannot go back and forth in the present. They cannot actually move. in the time that is in the fourth dimension. So this is where it goes a little complicated, but that is, they can live two lives that actually are collateral, but the thing is that they cannot actually be into the same time at this, both cannot be at the same time. So you have two people that actually marry two different people, but cannot do it at the same time. So if we travel to the first dimension, then we can change our decision to marry someone else, but we cannot live it in multiple realities. So we can actually go back, but not do the same thing. We can actually go back and change the decision that we took on the 1st of June and marry someone else to change other decisions. So this is the way we can do things. We can travel from one place to the other, but we cannot live multiple lives at the same time because we are not there yet. So in the fifth dimension, this is a different game. In the fifth dimension, actually, you have parallel universes. We can live with 1, 2, 3 choices at the same time, but in parallel. So we can go in parallel. So we are separated and we live lives in parallel. So we have to, if we want to change something, we have to go back in time. If we are not happy with our life and we are in the fifth dimension, because we know we can do it when we are in the fifth dimension. So we can actually change the reality, go back in time, go marry the person that actually we decided would have been a better choice. And then we go on with our parallel life. So that is the fifth dimension. That is the way we do things in the fifth dimension. We have possibilities. We have many possibilities. So in the sixth dimension, it is a little different. So we see the past, the present, and the future of all the dimensions we want. We can see all the realities that we want all at the same time when we are in the sixth dimension. We actually move the way we want in the sixth dimension. But the thing is that we cannot stay in the sixth dimension because I will tell you, it is a little crowded there. So between the fifth and the sixth dimension, we can meet without going back in time. So a person can meet someone from the fifth dimension without having to go back in time, because in the sixth dimension, everything is possible. So the thing is that you can go past, present, future, parallel, everywhere, and you can change your reality as much as you want. Because the thing is that whatever doesn't please you, you change it, you change your realities. And this is a question of you want to have the better life that is possible in all your realities. Because we are meant to have good lives. We are really meant to have good lives. So the thing is that we have to have a mindset That is why in the third dimension, we always ask people to be careful to what they are thinking, because the mindset is very, very important. We always say, be careful to your thoughts. Be careful of what you're thinking. Beware of negative thoughts. Beware of being a bad person, because there is a lot of repercussions to being a bad person or being in a bad place. Because the thing is that you actually alternate the realities, past, present, future realities, when you change things. Let us say, I will give an example. Let us say I take a decision right now that will make it that I will take a decision that I will be bad, which is not possible, by the way. So the thing is that if I say that I take a decision that I will be bad, the thing is that it is
Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? In a world quick to judge, one book dares to reveal the hidden cost of silence. Discover Holy but Harmful, The Silent Sin of Judgment, How Hidden Judgments Destroy Relationships and Damage Lives by Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. The Amazon #1 bestseller that's transforming the way we understand ourselves and the way we see others. Pick up the companion workbook to uncover your own hidden judgments and learn how to break free from them. Available now on Amazon and at fine bookstores worldwide.
sorry, I do not know what happened, but I think I'm not supposed to be bad, because the thing I was, let us say I am bad, and I lost everything. So it just means not to be bad. That is pretty much it. So that is what is happening. So let's say I would be bad, which never happened, by the way. That is a good one. So anyway, I say, I can actually, if I were bad, I could alter the reality from the past and from the future, because time is linear. So the thing is that, let us say, but if I take a good decision, I change everything. I change my past and I change my present. So the thing is that since time is linear, we also, all the decisions that we take, if they are good decisions, we increase the chances of having good karma. Because for those that believe in karma, by the way, karma is like some kind of debt that you have to pay for your life. So when you have good karma, it is because you have been a good person in past lives or in future lives. Because the thing is that time does not exist, because time is linear. So as I say sometimes, yesterday is now, today is now, and tomorrow is now. Because the thing is that since time is linear, it is always the present. So what you are doing right now, what I'm doing right now, is the present. But if you watch me in 1 year, actually it will still be the present, because time does not really exist. It is something that was invented by the mind of the human being. It does not exist in other dimensions. So that is the way it is. So we will go to the sixth dimension. Seventh dimension. The seventh dimension actually is that we can take any form that we want. So we can be whatever we want, we can do whatever we want, and we have no limits. And the thing is that in the seventh dimension, we are pure. We are absolutely pure, not people, because we can be anything. So we are pure. So the seventh dimension is absolute wonderful dimensions. It is a dimension that if you want to have freedom and be happy, you go to the seventh dimension. And you are in the eighth dimension, you are in a place where all dimensions are available. You can actually reach all dimensions from the eighth dimension. Once you are in the eighth dimension, you actually have some kind of a diving board that sends you wherever you want, because your diving board is in the eighth dimension. It's like our universe, but in multiple forms, and we can have different realities. We have multiple realities in it. So it is the eighth dimension has no limits neither. But we have to admit that the further we go in the dimensions, the less limited that we are. The ninth dimension is for pretty much people that do not believe in extraterrestrial. Well, I do not suggest that they think about the ninth dimension, because that is where the ninth dimension, that is where they travel. Because the thing is that they are collateral with other dimensions. So they do not know we are there. We do not know they are there. So they visit. So sometimes there is some space gap, and they actually end up in the third dimension, because they are in line with us. So the thing is that they actually change dimension. We would not say by accident, because it is not an accident. They change dimension because they actually want to go see. They are some kind of captains, whatever, they have vessels, whatever is in their dimensions, and they use the ninth dimension to actually travel. So that is why they can go so fast. They use the ninth dimension. That is why they disappear right there. They're there, and then puff, they're not there anymore, because they have changed dimension. We in the third dimension, we cannot see the ninth dimension, but the thing is that the third dimension can, the ninth dimension can actually go to the third dimension and back. So if they see they cross dimension and they have no business here, they just go back. That is it. They just took a bad turn. That is all. If they had somewhere to go and they just ended up on Earth, well, that is it, and then they leave. That is all. The 10th dimension is a dimension that I do admit is where you have a passage to go to the gods, to go to the divine source, but to other gods and deities, because you have different gods and deities that have different purposes. They are for different countries, they are for different cultures, and they serve their purpose. So the 10th dimension, when you go through the 10th dimension, it is a bit weird. I started doing that when I was a child. You see? And I did not understand anything about a labyrinth. I did not mazes. I did not know about a maze. I had never seen a maze in my life. But going through the 10th dimension is exactly like a maze. You have to learn your way in that maze to actually go to the 11th dimension, where you actually can get to the light. You go to the divine light comes to you. That is the way you actually communicate with the 11th dimension. So you have to have the ability to go through the 10th dimension by learning your way through that maze and connecting with the 11th dimension. It is, some people call it the theory of strings, but it is not really that way for us mediums, because mediums actually, we are in a light and in a happiness that cannot be described. So the thing is that when we have reached the 10th dimension and we go past the 10th dimension and reach the 11th dimension, we open the door for the 11th dimension to go back to the 3rd dimension with us. So this is really amazing. So that is when we actually can do the work that we have come on earth to do, because we are there to actually heal, help, love. We know from the heart, we know someone that has done wrongdoings. We know because we have the messages, we have the information. We know when someone is bad from the information that we get from the 11th dimension. So we know, and we choose to take sides. We choose to take love. We choose to defend justice. And we choose sometimes to accept to be hated because of our choices. Because people might not understand what we actually defend. But the thing is that we have the information from the 11th dimension, and the 11th dimension never makes mistakes, never makes mistakes. So the thing is that we choose to live our life as humans, but at the same time, we choose to have information from the divine source, and it is our choice to make the decision to actually follow what the divine source tells us as information. It is our choice to decide that will I do something about what I was said, what I was told? Will I do something about what I was told, or will I stay silent? That is the way it works. So as a medium, I am not a person that actually tells about the future, tells about those things. As a medium, what I do is that, I actually help people meet with masters or gods or whatever. I am not into the TV show things about talking to your grandfather and knowing where the compass is and the house. I think that's a different category from me. That is totally different to me. I do not do that kind of thing. What I do is that if people are really serious about having a conversation with a real master, well, that is for me. That is the kind of medium that I am. I am not the kind of medium that actually starts talking to ghosts and the whole thing. I see ghosts, yes, I do, but at the same time, I do not use my time for that kind of fantastic. So if you want to join me, you have my coordinates here on the banner. And if you want to have an appointment with me, I will be more than happy. And if you want to have a session in healing or a program that has to do with my books, you are very welcome. So I also invite you to read Dr. JACALYN KERBECK's books because she has books on listening. She's a listening mentor. So the thing is that I would actually recommend her books very highly because I am one of the people that actually admire her very much, and you will learn a lot from Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. You see here are her books. She was given many prizes, and she has more than 20 books actually. So I do praise a lot Dr. KERBECK because I worked in psychiatry, and the art of listening is not something that is given to everyone. And she mastered the art of listening and is teaching it to others. So thank you very much for this week. So have a good time. See you next week for my French show. Namaste.
Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? In a world quick to judge, one book dares to reveal the hidden cost of silence. Discover Holy but Harmful, The Silent Sin of Judgment, How Hidden Judgments Destroy Relationships and Damage Lives by Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. The Amazon #1 bestseller that's transforming the way we understand ourselves and the way we see others. Pick up the companion workbook to uncover your own hidden judgments and learn how to break free from them. Available now on Amazon and at fine bookstores worldwide.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/usaglobaltv. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. JACALYN KERBECK. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.